Yep. Did it again, buddy. Buddy versus the internet. The internet 357. Buddy about 6, I think, at the last count. Welcome to another riveting edition of The Ghost and the Goat, starring me, Paranormal Investigator. This is me right here, pouring the beer can. I was savoring the way it poured. It made a nice sound. I could hear it in my headphones. It was great. Now you guys are stuck looking at it, I believe. If not, if I'm not frozen, let me know. Somebody throw something in the chat room. Somebody say, "Hey, buddy, you're not frozen," or "Hey, buddy, you're frozen, but we can still hear you," which would be great. Welcome to another riveting edition, as I said, The Ghost and the Goat, Paranormal Investigator, me, Buddy Thayer, even though I can't mitigate internet issues in the best way possible, I still investigate the paranormal. So, I want to kick off tonight's show, which sucks because I don't have any. I'm going to play a video for you guys, and I'm going to go out and come back in and see if that helps anything, so I can get this show going the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not cool, essay, and I can't stand the effing internet and how it screws me almost every single time. So I'm gonna put this video on. This is the first this is the first intro, or what was supposed to be the first intro of The Goat and the Ghost when Bams and I first got it going. And Bams is like, "No way, dude, we'll get sued." And I went on to do something else. But this is the first one. This is my inspirational genius. So bear with me just a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Enjoy this.
While y'all was on IG, I was in a Mozzie. Drop top, I be in that foreign like I'm 5'. Hustled in your building, and you couldn't stop me. Like the homie Jim Jones, I be in the lobby. Nigga tried to hit me 2 times with the shotty. Missed me, I dodged both shots. Kyrie, do it anywhere, having sex in the Bugatti. Nobody couldn't see us cause the windows got foggy. Lames try to rob me, it's gonna be a homie. I hope the president pardon me, I'm sorry. Used to move like Billy the Kid, don't try me. Young gun, I was a YG like Yo Gotti. This is the remix, I'm loading up 3 clips. I created the wave, now all of these rappers is C6. Like Juicy J, I tell you to your face, you can eat a dick. We could fight on the stage like both us at Harmony 3-6.
Tell the girl. I would put a hook right here. Yeah, I'm gonna snap on y'all niggas. When you was on a Zoom call, I was at the pool hall, crew tall, big old nuts like dude.
Did I time it right? Oh, I timed it right. And I'm currently moving. Okay, so here we go, guys. Welcome to another riveting edition of The Ghost and the Ghost, starring me, Buddy Thayer, Paranormal Investigator, welcoming you to walk with me through the fields into another paranormal field this week as we venture further into no, don't be in the guest, buddy. Further into the paranormal. It's been a week, guys. Last week I had to cancel last minute. Apologies if you were like on the edge of your seat. Our guest, we reported with our guest. He was a UFO guy, and he's going to come back on in April, and we're going to have a hootenanny. We're going to have a great, good old time. Kick from studio. That's what you got to do, buddy. Kick that guest, and that awful video is now gone. Tonight's show, before I get going, just I don't know, not a shout out, just like sad. That shouldn't have to happen. If you see something, if you hear something, even if you suspect something about somebody, call somebody, say something, please. If you're feeling a certain way, 988, that's the number here in Rhode Island, the mental health emergency number. Pick up the phone, dial that. There's somebody on the other side, they're going to help you out. There are multiple lines that you can call, internet access, community resources. If you're feeling a certain way and you want to hurt yourself or others, hey, instead of doing that, call somebody like myself and we'll talk you down from it, hopefully, or try and help you. And if not, and you feel like you absolutely decide that you have to go to a hockey arena where there are 5 high schools playing their senior night in hockey and murder your ex-wife and your son, you stupid asshole, then before you do that, stick your whole head in front of the muzzle and save us all the trouble. Because that's incredible trauma. I can't imagine the people that were there. There were families, there were people, there were children, and I'm frozen again. And this scumbag went and did this. So North Providence is a family from North Providence is a local family. A lot of people I know, well, I didn't know them. A lot of people I know do know them. A lot of like outpour on social media today. Terrible, terrible series of events. So, boys and girls, 988 in Rhode Island. I think it's a mass too, or 911, whatever you got to do to stop yourself or somebody else from doing something absolutely atrocious. It's not gun control; it's mental health, boys and girls, and that's all I got to say about that. This beer I happen to be sipping, as you look at my mid-sentenced, dumbfounded, somewhat face and rather large nose this evening, is a 10th anniversary. It's brewed by Long Live Beer Works. They're a fantastic brewery based out of Providence originally. Armando Dodona opened up another one in Roxbury. One of the best brewers here in Rhode Island. Nothing personal to all the other brewers in Rhode Island, but like the way he does these tiny bubbles, guys, this you can't see this right now, and I'm holding this in the front of the camera like you can. It tastes like orange juice. It's a triple IPA. Most people are like, oh, buddy, triple IPA, that's disgusting. Well, most of the time, but this is like nature's made orange juice. It's hold on, let me take a sip. Oh, and I'm gonna get rolling, boys and girls. So there's not a lot of sports going. Usually I'll start off with a little sports. Last week I was going to talk about how the Patriots lost to the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Despite making the Super Bowl, the Patriots made the Super Bowl. They lost a pretty hard, not hard fought battle. So you know that's what's going on in football. My Dolphins went ahead and released big headed Tyreek Hill, one of the fastest guys in the sport, but he's been injury prone. He's a big baby, boys and girls. He's all about himself. So they cut him loose, and unfortunately, they cut linebacker Brandon Chubb, who, while he's incredibly gifted athlete, he's been injured a few times over the years, and he's got a big contract coming up. So they went ahead and excused this. We're rebuilding. It's the new rebuilding year. It's the new rebuilding decade in Miami. So that's what's going on in football. Baseball. Spring training is due to start on Saturday as my beloved Red Sox start things off in Florida, facing the Minnesota Twins. We'll see what happens. We picked up a lot of good pitchers in the offseason. We got a solid 5-stud, 5-stud pitching rotation. We got a few little bats to throw in there. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's going to go great, but it never really does. But baseball's a long season, so we'll see what happens, boys and girls. The NBA is on break currently because of the All-Star game. So I'm not watching that clearly. All of the NHL is in Northern Italy in the representing the United States, or stupid Canada in the Olympics. And so the medal count, we're third in the medal count with, I believe, 31. I think it's Sweden, might be France. I don't know, but we're definitely in third. We got like 6 gold. The women's ice hockey go for the gold. I think it's this week. They're going to go against Canada, shut them down, shut the Canadians down at their own sport. That's great. And then the Americans are going into their quarterfinal series this week as well. So tune into those Olympics. I was watching like the ski jump earlier. Jesus Christ. It starts like 50 feet higher than the tip of the torch of the Statue of Liberty. And these people go they go flying down this ramp and then go shooting off into space. Not into space, obviously. But the distance that they travel is greater than a football field. And they going like 75 miles an hour on skis. Yeah, no thank you. Not for Buddy. But I love watching this shit. And go USA. So that's it with sports. With me, as some of you may know, I do another podcast called Brews, hence the beer. And we just kicked off our charity event of the winter and early spring. It's the second annual Mark Ambrose Bingo. So last year If you know, you know. If you don't, let me tell you about it for a second. So this character in the Rhode Island and Massachusetts craft beer community, his name is Mark Ambrose. That's him with the ugly green Yankees hat. He's a charming fellow, despite his various awful hats. He goes. He can be seen in many of the breweries around Rhode Island, and he's known for his selfies and posting them all over social media. So last year, I had the thought conjured in my mind. I'm like, we could do like a fundraiser. We could make some money off of this. Mark's like, yeah, dude, let's do this. I'm like, Mark, you pick the charity. He's like, buddy, I'm going to do the Ronald McDonald House of Providence. Ronald McDonald House of Providence, if you don't know, let me tell you, they have services. They have a place to stay. They have social services. They have everything for families that are traveling because the sick kids are right across the street in the Hasbro Children's Hospital. Great organization. I promise next week I'll have more on the Ronald McDonald House for you. I'm just spewing a little bit what I know. Mark wanted to pick that charity, so we're doing that charity again this year. Last year we raised $400, and the winner split the pot with the Ronald McDonald House. So this year we're doing it again. So basically, you take a selfie like this. Hey, it's Mark and Tragma, right? So I go to my bingo card over here, and I use that picture. Here's Tragma. It's the second row. Third one, I. The third one down on I, Tragma, right there. And you use that as your marker. So you draw a little X on that, like this one here. And then you use those as your markers. And then once you get a bingo, you let us know at 3 Dudes Brews, and we check your bingo card for you, and we claim a winner or say no. You can't use photos from last year. You can't use photos from last month. All photos, all selfies with the mayor, Mark Ambrose himself, must be taken after March 1st, the start of live bingos. On March 1st, you get a selfie with Mark, bam, you can use it. If you take one February 28th, bam, you can't use it. And if you try to, disqualified. You cheat a charity, you're a scumbag. So that's the Mark Ambrose Bingo. You can find tickets to this on Eventbrite, Mark Ambrose Bingo, or more information on the 3 Dudes Brews social media sites, on the gram and on the book, Facebook. So that's what we're doing. Raising money. Tickets are on sale now, boys and girls. For every ticket that you purchase, you'll get another randomized Mark Ambrose Bingo card. Like you see here, I'll have a number. I'm tracking everything. I'm recording everything. I know which cards people have. I know my shit. So you're also going to want to, if you're going to take place. If you're gonna, hey buddy, I'm gonna go do this, buddy. I'm gonna find this guy. And I'm gonna I'm gonna win the pot. Yeah, dude, do it. If you plan on doing this, the thought was just in my head, and it just flew out because it's been a long day, boys and girls. But yeah, you can buy the tickets, or hey buddy, I don't go to breweries. I don't drink fantastic beer. I live a life in a quiet closet. However, I'd like to donate some money to your charity because I really appreciate what you cats are doing. All right, so you go on the same site at Eventbrite. You buy X amount of tickets. How many? It was $10 a ticket, and then you get the service charge. So we're not gonna. Last year I screwed it up. And the service charge, we didn't make as much money because of the service charge with stupid Eventbrite. This year we're making you pay. It's only an additional $2-3, guys. It's charity. We appreciate everything you do, as does Ronald McDonald and his house. So that's it. Check it out, guys. I will be talking about this, I suspect, for the next 6 weeks while it goes live on March 1. We went into April last year until we got to win our art. And Liz won, and Cycle won the bingo, and they split the pot. They got $200, and the Ronald McDonald House got $200. Also, we hope to surpass well past that. Again, great cause, guys. Just even if you're in California right now, you're looking at my frozen face on the screen. Look at this guy's dumb face. I want to invest in his charity because I believe it's a great thing. So just Eventbrite, you would see my fingers tapping, but you don't, because you're looking at my stupid face right now. And just go to Eventbrite, go to 3 Dudes Brews, get the link, go to the page, buy 100 tickets, and feel good about yourself for the day. So there's that. All right. Speaking of feeling good about myself, I'm going to bring on my co-host, who I believe is probably less frozen than I am, joining us from the awful state of Ohio. Welcome to the show, Jai. Jai, you again, Jay. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I'm frozen, I believe, right? My face is still
Yes, you are.
look, which is great because my our guest tonight um messaged me a few hours ago. She said, "Buddy, I'm going to be able to get on the show." I'm like, "All right, cool." And she's like, "Problem, my camera's broken, so I won't have a face." No problem having you on for your voice and your conversation. So
Right.
I'm gonna bring her on in just a minute. But how's things going with you? How's February treating you out there?
It's treating me pretty good.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
getting a lot of snow?
Um, yeah, but not as much as you guys have
Oh,
gotten.
dude, I still got like 2.5 feet in my backyard, and it
Yeah,
hasn't
we
made it.
still
Nothing's
have a
made a
lot.
dent. It's all been frozen. We got a shitload of snow. Then it got stupid cold. Oh my, it's terrible.
It was 57 degrees today here.
Oh, isn't that nice for you, huh?
Tomorrow it'll be 63.
50 go Yankees, this guy. All right. So without that's wonderful. I hope you put on your suntan lotion and you don't get a tan or you get sunburn going out there in February and it's all nice. Or I hope maybe this weather comes east a little bit and we're able to
It usually does.
enjoy. Yeah, it does tend to go west to east, doesn't it, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, look at me. I'm not a weather guy. Okay, so I'm a paranormal guy. So speaking of the paranormal, we're gonna get right to it as soon as my phone loads this. Everything, the internet, my phone. What is going on? Tonight's guest. Dee, 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 dee. All right, so tonight's guest. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, Jesus, Christmas. Um, she has been on Haunted Hospital shows like Haunted Hospital, Paranormal After Dark, and Repossessed. No, and Thicker Than Blood. I don't believe that's one I've heard of, but we'll find out more, I'm sure. She has worked with the one of a kind Lorraine Warren in the 1990s. She is the godmother of these are her words. She's the godmother of incorporating forensic science into the field of the paranormal. I've been calling her the godmother of the bastard children between forensic science and the paranormal. Um, she has worked on various haunted locations like that of the Penhurst Asylum, the Trans Allegheny Asylum, and was at Northern State Hospital with TAPS. Oh, also of my beautiful state here in Rhode Island. She's the author of the Amityville House of Lies. Please welcome to the show, London Night. London,
Hey guys, how are you?
good,
Hello.
good. I can hear you. I'm sure you see my frozen face, maybe. I'm glad we can all hear each other and we're all at least doing that. So, what's going on, London? Paranormal investigator, author, God, which came first? What do you ultimately originally?
Um, I would say paranormal investigator first off. I started 30 years ago.
Mm,
So when I started, we didn't have a lot of the tools that they have today.
of course not.
I
Of
mean,
course
we
not.
were doing things like spreading flour on floors, you know what I
Ye-
mean?
yes, I
Tying
did.
bells with strings, you
I,
know?
I did that my first investigation. I did. So I know what you're talking about. Um, the tricks of the like the pre millennial investigators. So yeah,
Right,
the ball and with the chalk line going around it with the camera
right.
on. Yeah, yeah. Um, the little things like that, which are cool. What drew you into investigate to wanting to investigate? Were you like,
Actually, I happened into it by sheer accident.
oh,
I never set out to be this paranormal investigator. You know what I mean?
yes, yes, I do.
So I was at we were actually at an asylum. A friend of mine had talked me into going to an asylum.
Which one? Which one? Can I ask?
Yeah, it was actually Penhurst. It's up in your area.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
For Suffer the Little Children, which is a movie out now that you guys can go watch. And so they talked me into this, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. didn't really believe in the paranormal back then.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, I'm a very scientific person.
Okay.
So I ran into, and I don't even know how to describe this thing, but we were in the children's ward where they did all the surgeries.
Yep.
And I got this heavy feeling. It was almost like the air was sucked out of the room.
Okay. I'm familiar with that. Yep.
So my brain was trying to figure out what was going on. And I'm trying to logically explain away everything. And I turn around and I see this thing and it's standing there. And I had to take it, it's like one of those moments when you want to look away, but you can't look away.
Yes. Yep.
And I just watched this thing kind of just walk through. Now, I know what I saw. And I thought that I needed an MRI because I thought I was going crazy.
Right.
And at that point in time, I was diving because I know that the binaural beats in the brain, and I know how the brain functions because I was a mortician. And I'm trying to figure this out in my brain, and there was no reasonable explanation at all. So I started diving deeper and deeper into why this would cause this effect on the human mind.
All right, so just
And there
let
was
me just, Linda, I'm sorry, let me stop you really quick. So you're in an asylum, more of a skeptic than anything, just going for shits and giggles.
Right.
You started
As
feeling
moral support,
yeah, and you felt like all the air left the room, which is a familiar sensation. And you spun around and you saw an entity of sorts. Was it clear? Was it? Did it look like a person? Shadow person?
It had the disfigured shape of a person, I would say. It wasn't like, looking at another person. It was a disfigured shape of a person, but the face was distorted. It almost looked like when your TV goes into those lines and you're trying to look through it. That's what it was. And so I really thought I was just going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. Go on, please.
So I just kind of started trying to figure out why the human mind would rationalize, put this on, because a lot of times the mind will try to rationalize things and put it into things that our brain can understand.
Like
well,
Matrix
my brain,
thing, right? Matrix thing or something like when you look at a photo and you're thinking you're seeing something, right? Yeah.
My brain couldn't understand this.
Yep.
So I was like, okay. So at this point in time, I had met a lady that was heavy into the paranormal, Lorraine Warren.
Yeah, we could say that.
And so I tried, I was trying to rationalize it away.
Mm-hmm.
So I had talked to her, and I'll never forget what she told me. She said, sometimes what the brain can't rationalize is paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started diving deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, per se.
Yeah.
And I knew that, something was missing. So I just started incorporating, the brain and the brain waves and binaural beats and stuff like that into this. And it's just been kind of a journey ever since.
Yeah, that's cool. That's how I got started. I was in an asylum. I was in a group home where I was working. I was happened to be working the overnight shift, and people would tell me ghost stories. I'm like, no, don't put that in my head. I don't want to like thinking I'm seeing something and I'm getting scared the shit out of myself because I think it's a ghost. Don't even say that to me. For months, it just slowly built, slowly crept. And I was constantly getting that feeling like there's somebody like right behind me.
Yeah.
I could not explain it away. And then I finally started seeing, I had an entity come right up in the bedroom and walk right by me. I shit my pants. I was terrified. I froze. It took a while for me to get comfortable, so to say, with it. And once I did, and I was able to learn a little bit more about it and use techniques that people told me and trust other people a little bit about it. And I'm like, shit, this is so cool. I can't now. It's my connection to the past. It's my connection to history, which I'm a total history dork.
I am too.
So it's that connection to that's to spirit. It's that connection to the past that I and that on investigations where it's like just you and another dude in the room, and you hear a woman come through or a little child. Like I still cannot like explain away the paranormal. So it will always fascinate me, and that's why I, do shows like this so I can talk to people like yourself. But tell me about Lorraine Warren. What's when did you hook up with the Warrens? About what year? Do you know?
Oh gosh. Early 90s or late
Yeah,
80s.
yeah, because they were like right next door. They're in Connecticut. I'm in Rhode Island. So
Yeah, and I loved now Lorraine was my heart. I loved her. She taught me so much, but I hated her dang roosters. You
roosters.
could
Oh boy.
yeah, she used to have a bunch of roosters.
Yep.
And anytime you talked to her, those birds would crow. So you couldn't really get a word in edgewise.
Oh
Because
boy.
the you know, she loved animals. She was just an amazing, amazing person.
Yep.
Um, so she taught me a lot. I mean, she taught me to look at things completely different.
So now let me ask you a question then. So there's as anybody in the world would have either not know this, but I mean would suspect or what have you. The Warrens have been, I don't know, allegedly exasperated certain experiences. What are your feelings on that?
Correct.
What are your thoughts?
Oh no, I know of a couple. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but you got to figure and see this is the thing with the paranormal that I just do not agree with. Everybody is out there. I mean, nowadays, I should say, because old school paranormal investigators, we don't care about TV shows. We don't care
Right.
about the BS.
Right.
We want the truth.
Right.
Right.
And nowadays, everybody's all into I want to get my own TV show. Well, let me tell you something. TV shows are not all it's cracked up to be. Trust me on
Oh
this.
no,
They're
not at all.
not.
Not at
They're
all. I
not.
agree.
If I could
She's
take
right.
that time, I would not have done them.
Yeah.
Right.
They're. I tell everybody it's an entertainment business.
It is.
They're not gonna if they played
Scripted.
for you what I do as a paranormal investigator, you'd be falling asleep in your chair. There'd be no entertainment value to it because it's
Right.
long. It's a huge. It's a long process. It's very tedious. Most of the time, there's no massive reward. You're not sitting in a hotel room over 12 hours uncanning the whole thing of worms. It just doesn't happen that way.
No, it doesn't. They don't
So
wake up. I tell people this all the time because everybody's like, oh, we're going to go investigate at night. Okay, well, ghosts don't wake up, or spirits or entities or whatever you want to classify them as, because there's so many different words. They don't wake up at dark at 8 o'clock p.m., grab their lunch bag and kiss their ghost wife goodbye and say, I have to go haunt a building. It doesn't work
Right.
that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Energy is energy. The human body is energy. And so the first law in science is you cannot kill, cannot decimate, and cannot recreate energy. First law of science. So the human body is energy. When the body dies, that energy has to go somewhere because it cannot be recreated, it cannot be destroyed. So where does it go? I believe it kind of morphs into the atmosphere, kind of like mixing two frog DNAs together.
yep. Okay.
Um, so I tell people all the time, the only reason we investigate at night is because with the human brain and all the noise that carries on throughout the day,
Yes. Yes.
we are more prone to hearing the noises around us. At night, because it's more calmed down and settled, then we can pick up sounds that we normally wouldn't pick up.
I can control the environment. I know who's
Correct.
like not mowing their lawn outside,
Right.
traffic going by, any of the noises of a daytime.
Right.
You can investigate in the daytime.
Oh yeah,
It is
Instead of
energy is
distracting.
energy. It's going to
yeah.
be there regardless if it's day, night, a
Now,
holiday, Christmas.
do
It
you-
doesn't matter.
all right. So do you find that one holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, or weather conditions or geological makeup have anything to do with paranormal energy?
Oh, absolutely. I believe that, weather conditions has a big part to play in this.
Yes.
Because you have to understand, energy is connected to energy. It
Mhm.
feeds off each other. It's almost like taking batteries and, they suck together.
Yes.
So when you have a high atmospheric energy and you have another energy and they collide, it's going to make a more of a energy protocol into the atmosphere surrounding us.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
Makes
I
sense.
absolutely do believe that like certain things do amp up energy.
Right. Oh, so listen, I've worked in mental health for about 25 years now. I've seen this with my own eyes.
Hmm.
I've seen this as an investigator, or maybe I've seen it. Maybe it's just coincidence. The full moon thoughts, does it affect
Absolutely.
the living and the dead?
I believe it
Yes.
does.
Yeah.
I believe it affects all energy particles, animals. I mean, take for instance, like you'll see a pack of coyotes or wolves or whatever. We'll just claim whatever the pack is.
Yep.
And you'll see them before a full moon or before, like tonight is actually, I believe, there's a certain moon out tonight, I
Oh, yeah, it's
believe.
full moon
There
tonight.
is.
Oh, look at me. Huh?
Yeah. So, and of course, if you watch your animals closely, that
Yep.
energy is amped up. Now, animals can feel the energy quicker than we can.
Mm-hmm.
So they go on, that high alert. And
Yep.
I really think that with everything going on, I think that energy definitely feeds more into our atmosphere.
Okay. All right. Jai, I'm gonna throw it at you. What do you got going on? What do you think?
I just wanted to ask you, you mentioned that you were a mortician. Did you
Hmm.
not experience things as a
Yes, I did.
mortician?
Oh my
Yeah,
Oh,
God.
okay. I
I
was
sure did.
wondering. You want to
Yeah,
share a
I
story?
actually I don't work as a mortician anymore.
Really, because of that?
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you one story that just well, I'll give you two that just freaked me out and I just couldn't do it anymore. We had a
Mhm.
young man come in and I won't say his real name. We'll call him Adam.
Okay.
Um, he was a fentanyl. Now, this was the height of the corona and the fentanyl pandemics.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
We had this young man, Adam, come in and he was an OD case. 20 years old, good looking kid, you know.
mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there and it's late at night. Now, mind you, it's a pandemic. So a lot of people were not there and we were over flooded. People say that those refrigerator trucks weren't real. The heck they weren't.
Yeah.
We had no
Mm-hmm.
place to store bodies. I mean, it was that bad.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Dead
So
rooms.
I
Yes.
was working on him, getting him ready for his viewing. And it was just me because my coworker wasn't feeling good. She went home for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm getting him ready for his viewing. And I hear from behind me just a really soft, light voice that said, "I'm okay now." And I thought it was my coworker, Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I turned around, the same young man that I had been working on the on the table, turned
Mm-hmm.
around and he was standing right behind me. But it wasn't like he was scary. You know what I mean? He didn't look like
Right.
a horror movie or anything. He was actually quite beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
But
froze.
still.
I I, I mean, I was like, So at that point in time, I was like, nope, no, no, no. So I put him back in the cooler
Mm-hmm.
and I went home. I came in the next morning and Stephanie was there and she said, "Look, you left Adam out last night." I said, and excuse my language, I said, "The hell I did."
Right.
And she goes, "Well, don't worry, don't worry. I know we're both tired. I put him back." I'm like, "Not a problem." So we went into the embalming room to finish getting him ready because he had a 4 o'clock, which was when the family started arriving. So we were under
Mm-hmm.
pressure to get him ready for viewing. And we walked through to get him, and he was back on the table. Now, there was only two
What?
of us working. Okay, there's
Right.
no way. No way. So, we sucked it up and got through it. But I had never been so terrified in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I said, it wasn't like he was scary. He was actually
Mhm.
quite beautiful. But I talked to his mother and at the viewing, and she goes, anytime I ever talked to him and he was like sick or he was, not feeling well, he would always say, "Mom, I'm all right now." And it
Wow.
just sent chills up my spine.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
that's definitely eerie for sure. Um, so you authored a book, ma'am, called Amityville House of Lies.
I did.
I have often thought that it's
Excuse me.
kind of bullshit. I'm like I said, I'm a mental health guy. Talk to me. What are your thoughts on Ronnie DeFeo and the Amityville haunting?
Well, I don't know if anybody out there knows who Rick Moran is.
Rick Moran.
Um, he's a very old
Sounds
school. He was
familiar.
actually very young when he was on the Long Island Police Force.
Okay.
And it was his first year. He was a friend of mine. He passed away, I think, 2008 or 2009.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So he was a good friend of mine. We talked all the time. And he had told me when he got there that, and he even sent me the crime scene photos. This is how cool he was. Now, anybody that knows anything about weapons, they were supposedly, and I'm going to say supposedly, shot with a 35 Marlin rifle. That's a hunting rifle.
Yeah.
If you shoot somebody at close range with a hunting rifle, you're going to paint the room. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So when I was going through all the photos, okay, do you know, and it's actually in my book. I put the photos in my book. I put the police reports in my book. I put everything there because I think that people need to know the truth.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
So when you look at those photos, I even have it circled. Now, the smaller children, they were not shot in their beds. There's no absolutely no way they could have been. Forensics, it's just not going to happen because they were
Right.
laying on white sheets. Okay, their beds were white sheets. Not one speck of blood, only blood
Yeah.
pooling, which means from the wound
Yeah.
and the body shutting down and the blood.
Okay.
So
There'd be a
So they were
splatter.
put
There'd
on
be
the
an
bed.
explosion, right? If they
right, and there was not one splatter mark, not one
So they
on
were
any
put
of
on
their
the
beds.
bed
The
after the
only
fact.
splatter marks there was in the DeFeo parents and Dawn DeFeo.
Mm.
Now there was splatter down in the basement.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if you look at this, and this is why Rick sent it to me, he goes, "Hey, I need your opinion on this." So I was like, "Look, there is no demon. The only demon was a drugged out Ronald DeFeo."
Right.
Mhm.
I
It was
mean,
like the height of the 60s. It was like what, 72?
yeah, it was
A lot of
74. Yeah,
LSD
drug
floating
scene.
around town. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
a lot of people don't know this, but 3 days before the murders happened, there was Ronald DeFeo and a buddy of his staged a robbery at his father's Buick dealership.
Oh shit, huh? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So at 2 days before or a day before the murders, Ronald DeFeo took his 35 Marlin because his dad beat the snot out of him for it.
Mm-hmm.
Took his
Mhm.
35 Marlin, pointed it towards his father, pulled the trigger. Now the gun had jammed,
Jesus.
Wow.
but that was the day before the murders happened.
So some
Oh
red flags
gosh.
going up like
Yeah.
Oh
holy.
yeah.
He did it. He did
Oh
it.
yeah. Now a lot of people are like, did Dawn have a part in it? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And from what the crime scene shows, and I'm only going off the forensics and what the crime scene shows. Okay,
Mhm.
I was not there, but what it is I believe that because their parents, his father was highly abusive, and I
Yep.
mean to the extreme.
Yep.
Like broke Ronald's nose. He actually at one point in time broke Don's jaw. It was just a highly volatile household.
Mm.
Yep.
Um,
I will feed into that for sure.
so I believe that because of their money and how rich they were, I believe that Don and them decided, hey, let's just get rid of him.
Yep.
Right? If we kill mom and dad, then we'll be able to inherit everything. The
Yep.
abuse will stop, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I believe that Don and him plotted this. Now, Ronald, because of all the drugs he was on, and he was on PCP, it was found in his system.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't believe I do not believe that Don was ready to pull those triggers that night. I think that it was a plotted out thing and it was supposed to be waiting. But I believe because of all the drugs that Ronald was on, you know, he amped out, tried to kill his dad the day before, and decided since he didn't succeed, he might as well try again.
Yep.
Right.
From the photos, from the crime scene photos, now you can even go online and look at the DeFeo photos. They're there. Don, I believe that he went because he was like, why am I going to share all this money? I'll just get rid of Don.
Mm.
And I
Right.
believe they argued over that gun. The gun went off and killed Don.
Oh boy.
So no, it wasn't a demon. There is no porthole. The house is not, the devil didn't rent it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So
Absolutely
it
not.
was the only evil there was the drugged up Ronald DeFeo.
Yeah. And probably like greed and maybe a little mental instability from the years of abuse.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, it was a highly abusive, things that he would have gone to prison for today.
yeah. Yeah.
It was highly abusive.
Yeah. So
Right.
So yeah, but Rick Moran, who, like I said, God rest his soul, was one of the first people on set. Now, here's another thing. Everybody said the gunshots weren't heard, but that's not the case. Because actually they got 2 phone calls into the police department saying that somebody was setting off fireworks.
oh,
Mm.
so people heard it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was heard.
Mm-hmm.
And their family dog was tied to the kitchen, in the kitchen. Now the dog hated Ronald DeFeo.
Yep.
It bit him all the time. So I don't understand why he let the dog live and shot everybody else, but
Right.
hmm
whatever. I mean, a demon isn't going to tie your dog to the stove and then go
Yeah,
shoot
that's,
everybody.
it's kind of
Right.
sounds a little premeditated, if anything.
Yeah.
Right.
And Ronald DeFeo was arrested, and he was found guilty.
Yeah.
Sentenced to 25 years to life. He died in 2021.
Yep.
Not regrettably, in the Albany Medical Center in Albany, New York. So, you know, I guess burn in hell, Ronnie. That's I don't know. It was always just very hard to swallow the whole Amity horror thing, the whole
Right.
the demon possession. It was very like almost reminiscent to like the Doors movie where Jim Morrison wrote the song "The End." I mean, that's like 4 years before it happened, but just like walking down the hall and like shooting your family in that sleep. Just I don't know, like maybe it was conjured in his brain because of drugs and all that. Yeah, like you say, just I don't
Oh,
know.
he was on so much PCP.
Yeah,
I don't doubt he saw the devil.
yeah,
He
probably met the
did.
devil, just in a different universe. So there is that for sure. Jai, any thoughts on the Amityville Horror? Do you know anything about it other than the terrible movie series that they made from it?
The
I've
several,
I've always
several of
thought
them.
that it wasn't real.
Okay.
Sorry. Go
hmm
ahead.
No, go ahead, honey, please. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I was just gonna say I've always thought that the Amityville horror wasn't real.
hmm
Mhm.
As far as the haunting and all of that,
Absolutely.
I don't think it's real.
Okay.
Well,
I
and if
could be
you guys
wrong,
go back into the documents, because they are online, you can look them up.
Mhm.
The DeFeos nor the Warrens actually came up with the story Amityville. DeFeo's
Oh.
attorney did.
Oh, Jesus.
oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it like way more like, whoa, this didn't happen, guy. You know, I don't know.
Right.
So,
Right.
and I tell people that all the time. Stories are all fun. Don't get me wrong. But this is how I ended up, falling in love with forensics and mixing the forensics and the paranormal. For instance, we'll give an instance. You go to, I don't know, say Great Aunt Meg back in the 50s got pregnant, right?
Yep.
And she was unwed. So they sent her to an unwed mother's home.
Yes.
Okay. So she goes, Aunt Meg goes there. She has the baby. They take the baby. She can't stand it. And she kills herself in the bathroom upstairs. Okay. Now that's a great story. And now she haunts the building looking for her baby.
Oh, boy.
Right.
That's a great story. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's like made for a movie. I'm good with that.
Right.
Yeah.
But for entertainment purposes. But what you have to do is find out first if there was even a great Aunt Meg,
Right.
Right.
So that's why I tell people all the time, it is so important to have somebody to look into the history of locations.
Right.
Yes.
Because that's
To
your
avoid,
first port. That's where you start.
to totally avoid blowing things completely out of proportion, for one. Two, so I don't know if you're familiar with the state of Rhode Island. We have a house here in Rhode Island called the Conjuring House. It
Yep.
also had several movie series made from it. Jai, you didn't have to flip to that. It accidentally flipped to mine on this. Anyway, which honestly were based on
Andrea
details.
Pearson's place.
I know Andrea Perron. I used to work with her at Harmony Hill School, which is a
She is
treatment
an
facility.
awesome person. You know she has cancer right now, right?
I do know.
I'm
I
sorry
used
to
to
hear
see her
that.
like every year at the Paracons when she'd come up here to Rhode Island. Such a peaceful, beautiful woman. Had
Oh,
such
she is an amazing person.
such eyes. Her eyes were so deep. You found peace looking in her eyes. She's just a peaceful, awesome woman, right?
She
Whether
has a prankster side to her, though, too.
I'm
Don't
sure.
get it wrong.
Working with like really angry, disturbed teenagers, she was amazing. She could pull people down and calm them right down. So, that was all well and good. But I mean, there's a lot of stories that come out of the Conjuring House,
Yeah.
and I personally, I've never been. I've been by it like 4,000 times in my life because it's a traveled area in Rhode Island. I'm from the area. I don't have any even now. It's up in the air, I guess, and it might reopen. I have no interest. What are your thoughts on the Conjuring House? And
You want my thoughts or you want what I know?
oh,
What do
let's
you
go
know?
with mesh them together and tell us a little bit of both.
My thoughts are it's a great story.
Yes, again,
I mean, it is an
great drama.
absolute. Whoever wrote the story, man, my hat's off to because that is an author.
Well, allegedly not allegedly, but the movie was purchased from the it was they bought the rights to Andrea's books, House of Darkness, House of Light. She had 3 volumes. The first one was incredible. It's like holy shit, I know this woman. And then the second one was good, and the third one was just like I don't think I finished the third one, but the first one was like it just blew my mind. I'm like, holy shit! And like I go to work every day and I see this lady. And then they just seemed to twist it into something that was not the original story, and and just fucking destroyed it for Hollywood. Go on, please.
No, I could not agree with you more. I mean, that's why I tell everybody, you know what? If you're gonna watch a movie and then want to go to a location and investigate because of that movie, don't bother.
No,
Just
not at
don't
all.
bother. Because all you're doing is you're giving yourself a preconceived notion to begin with, which should never happen when you walk into a building.
Yeah.
You should know nothing about it. But no, no, I've been to that place so many times. No, nothing
Okay,
there,
so
buddy.
let me Well, you should know. You go to a place you should know nothing about. Okay, so me, I'm the dork in history. I will research the shit out of a location before I go in there.
But
When
I
I
bet you
bring,
don't tell your teammates, do you?
I tell them some facts because, like, for EVP purposes or for like an EVP session or like you're trying to trick somebody, you want to
Yeah.
say something familiar or
Correct.
something that like, oh, this guy or Bobby did was a hockey player and then he became a coach, and that might draw a response, or whatever it may be.
Mhm.
But you don't want to I don't like to like fill their head with like, oh, this guy like might have killed himself here, or there's this that might have had, or allegedly. Nope, because
Yeah.
the 9 times out of 10, it's like blown out of complete proportion, by enthusiasts and thrill seekers and those who want
Right.
to, just make things what they're not.
Yeah, I never tell my team anything.
But when I bring a medium in, I've gone as far as to say like either, hey, I'll pick you up at this time and we're going somewhere for this time window, and that's all I'll tell them. Or
Yep.
I've blindfolded a medium and drove them like 30 miles to a location, and they knew exactly where we were when we got there.
Oh,
With
that
I'm
is
glad she
brilliant.
trusted you.
right, just a
That
piece of
is
land,
brilliant.
just a piece of land. It's not even the buildings that are there anymore. It's just an empty piece of land that buildings used to be on, and a whole bunch of awful shit happened on. So I've done that with a few mediums, and it's like, oh wow, this is cool. Or if I have a medium come in on me with a case, like
Mhm.
about an hour before I'm due to meet them, or a couple hours before, I'm like, hey, this is the address. So it just gives them enough travel time. They don't have time to like. I mean, not that they could like find any of this shit in a Google search. It's like
Right.
boots on the ground, you know. But I like to definitely have a medium go in completely blind, and usually they blow my mind with what they come out with. Blow my mind.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah.
it's fascinating because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people call themselves psychics or mediums, or
Yep.
I mean, there's so many different names in the paranormal field nowadays. I
I'm
can't keep
empathic.
up.
I'm empathic. Are you?
Yeah.
I'm about as yeah. I don't have any of that.
Yeah, I think my body perceives changes in the environment, and I'm able to read that. And it's usually around not a paranormal, like around some kind of phenomena.
Mhm.
I've had that feeling and hit record, and bam, gotten like great EVPs. Um, I
Well,
don't think I'm
it's
I don't think I'm special though. I don't think I'm a medium. I
well,
just
it's fascinating that you say that.
mhm,
And the reason why is okay, everybody knows. Well, I don't know if everybody knows, but a lot of people know that, the brain has neurons and neurons, correct?
yep.
Okay.
And they pay catch and pitch. I mean, the neuron fires, the neuron catches it and throws it back. It's
Mhm,
like a back and forth. Well, it
Mhm.
is actually being scientifically tested on psychic mediums, you know, whatever they want to call themselves. And it has been proven that when the neuron fires, it fires twice. It's a misfire. And so they actually have more of a, I want to say, sense, or more of a intuitive measure
mhm,
into what's going on around them. It's actually scientifically proven that psychic, sensitive, intuitive is 100%. We can scientifically prove it exists.
Right.
okay. Yeah, well, they do a lot of stuff with Ryan Research, ESP, and
Hmm.
incredible, incredible research studies. People don't
Mhm.
even know that this stuff is out, like telepathy, all that stuff. They don't know that this, like, oh, this is a pseudoscience. It's bullshit. No, this is actually a science, boys and girls. It's being studied in some of the most like prestigious universities, Duke,
Correct.
in the country.
Correct.
So
Mhm.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Well,
Go on.
we do a lot of our, like, right now, well, last couple years, I should say. We've been working on the weight and the energy level of haunted items. I have a vast collection.
Oh, do you? Tell us
Yes,
about your haunted.
Yeah.
Before you start, total disclaimer, London. I fucking hate dolls. But go on if you have a doll. Tell us
Oh no,
about your
I don't
haunted
have
collection.
no, I don't have a doll. I hate dolls.
Oh, awesome.
Good, me
I don't
too.
do dolls.
Awesome. Even better.
But I do have a child's casket, viewing casket
Oh
Mhm.
Lord.
from the early 1900s that we
Okay.
had rescued. It was going to be destroyed because by law, if you have a viewing coffin, you're only allowed to have viewings in it 5 times, and then
Oh,
the coffin has to be destroyed.
and then it
For some reason, this guy could not destroy this coffin. Could not destroy it. So he called me and he says, "Look, I got this child's viewing coffin. It's sitting up in, our attic. Can you come get it?" And I was like, "Not a problem." So, I mean, I have several things like that. I have war mask from World War One, the Dogman tribe. So we
Oh,
have been
Wow.
working on the weight of negative energy versus positive energy. Other words, what people call demonic versus whatever.
yep.
Right.
Because anybody knows that negative energy is going to absolutely weigh more than positive energy, scientifically proven. So
Right.
what we do is we attempt to find the exact same item. Okay. Say for instance, you go to the store and you get 2 exact same bracelets, right?
Right.
You weigh them,
Yep.
they both come out exactly the same. Well, you have a bracelet that somebody had bought before they passed away, and it was their favorite thing, and you go out and you find the identical bracelet.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
we've been working on the weight of haunted items. And it has taken us, what is it, almost 5.5 years now to
Wow.
just get where we're at this point. So it is a lot of work, but you need to put in the work if you're going to present your facts.
All right. So how
Right.
do you know? How do you know if an object is has an attachment or is a haunted item? How do you even before you do any testing on it? How do you like? Hey, I think
Well,
this empty can of beer is haunted because it has no
we
beer
claim
left.
everything. We claim everything as per claimed.
Okay.
We
Alleged.
don't ever call it a haunted item when we pick it up, ever.
Fair enough.
We call it a
Gotcha.
per claimed. In other words, somebody says it's something. So we
Mhm.
never classify that. We actually, and this is what we did with the child's coffin, and this is another thing that just freaked me out. So I pick up this child's coffin, and I display it because this thing is beautiful. So I'm like, okay, well, we had it, and the only thing I had is, one of them living dead dolls from Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I get a call from Rick Moran, Rick Moran. And he was like, "Hey, you picked up." Now, I didn't tell anybody I picked up this coffin. Rick Moran is the real deal. He is a real psychic. So he called me and he says, "Hey, you know, you got a coffin that you had picked up, and it's haunted, and she wants a toy." Well, it was October near Halloween, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll go to Spencer's." All they had was those ugly, living dead dolls.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, "Okay, it's a doll. It'll suffice. I don't do dolls," so I put it in the coffin.
Nice.
Okay,
Mhm.
now my items have their own room.
Mhm.
Period. I don't ever bring them in my living space. Just
Smart.
because I know things can go awry quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and we had an old wheelchair from the war. One of those old wicker wood chairs
Yeah.
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
the same
Me
room.
too.
Well, we're laying down and we hear this wheelchair move. Me and my husband did, and we were like, "What is going on?" So we went in. Now my husband tested the floor with a leveler, perfectly level. So I was like,
Mhm.
"Okay, no big deal." So we put the wheelchair back where it belonged, and we hear it about, I guess it was about 45 minutes to an hour later,
Mm.
approximately. So I'm like, oh man. So I get up. Now, the doll that I had placed in the coffin was now out of the coffin and on the wheelchair, and the wheelchair was in the middle of the room.
Oh
Jesus.
wow.
So I was like,
So weird.
no, nope, nope, nope. Well, I
That's
call
cool.
Rick back and I'm like, "Dude." And he's like, "Look, you can't put that doll in there, get her something she likes." Well, I had just gone through surgery and my husband had bought me this really cute stuffed teddy bear.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Okay, we'll put this in the coffin." Ever since that day, everything was calm.
Huh.
She
So
didn't like that other doll.
no, she did not like the doll either. She was not having it. So, and I did. I mean, her name is Mary. She died when she was
Mhm.
5. We have all the list of the 5 children that were put in the coffin, and there was only one girl.
Mhm.
Weird.
So, you know, I take it as when somebody tells me, "Oh, here's a haunted item, can you come get it?" I take that with a grain of salt. I
Okay.
mean, because I never presume anything.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, it's like, okay, well, something could have happened, or your floor could be unlevel, or, you know, the window could have a breeze through it,
Right.
or,
People are so quick to say, "Oh my God,
yeah,
that was the ghost." No, dude,
right,
you have like a your door swings. You know, it's like somebody
right.
Right.
Your
taking.
door is not on the hinges right. Put it on the hinges right. You know?
Right.
Like I feel weird walking in my hallway. Suddenly, dude, your floor's uneven. You getting that wonky circus effect. There's so many things that people blame the paranormal on,
Right,
or it's Charlie the ghost, and Charlie the ghost is like on the other side of the street. You know, he has nothing to do with it. So yeah.
right. That's like my favorite one is, you know, somebody like, I love it when people use a phone
Oh God, here we go.
and be like, oh, look, it's an EVP. No, 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 no.
Yep.
Because first off, you have to understand the way radio waves work. Now, you could be
Right.
out in the middle of a field with nothing around, but the radio waves bend. So you
Mhm.
could be picking up something from a radio station that's 10 miles up the road,
True.
you know? And that's
Right.
why I tell people all the time, better to go old school.
Yep. Yep.
Go, old school. You know, go get a hack shack, encase it in
However,
copper, and be good. You know, don't use your phone.
not
Right.
the phone. Not the phone. I don't like the phone
Hmm.
applications that people use. I think
No.
100%,
They're fake.
100% entertainment. However, I will say about like a spirit box, which I was always like super skeptical on. It has proven me wrong
Oh,
on
yeah,
various occasions. So
absolutely.
while it could be a radio wave coming through, the chances that like one sentence or one word is being played out across 16
Right,
different frequencies
right,
on FM going backwards.
right.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I can't wrap my head around that at all. I'm not the
No.
most scientific guy, but I mean I really can't understand how that would
Well, no, I
or
believe in the spirit box, but I don't allow phones on my investigation.
right, yeah, well, because it sets off every piece of equipment that you have that was made
Right?
after like 1995. So I
Right.
mean, it's like more false positives than anything. But I mean, I don't know. It's like how you gonna hear like you know the FCC while they're not as strict as they used to be. They still don't allow like the f bombs to be dropped or go f
Right,
yourself on the radio,
right,
especially on
Right.
several different channels at the same time.
correct.
And that's where I can't dismiss the spirit box or like when they say a very something specific um
Right. As if
to
when
somebody in the
they're
room.
right, when they call somebody's name who's specifically in that room, or you say, "Do you know my name?" and it answers. Absolutely. I'm a fan of the spirit box actually. I had a PS7. I love it.
Yeah,
Love them.
Yeah.
Um, but for the phone and the apps, nah.
yeah, no,
I
it's
can't buy into that. Sorry.
entertainment value only.
And you know
That's
what it says right there on the app when you purchase it? Entertainment value only.
yeah,
Right.
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 Right there.
It
But
does.
you
Yeah,
know, I just love to go old school.
like you said, like you were saying in the beginning of the show with that I remember putting a ball in the middle of a room. I
Right?
did a chalk circle around it. I trained a wired camera on it. I'm so glad we're done with wired cameras.
Oh, me and you
Um,
both.
a wired camera on it for hours, or like just like set up a camera in an area where you know something's gonna happen, and or we the suspected that like the laser grid always awesome, picking up shadows or picking up like something
Yep.
that was always cool. But
Yeah.
something that can't be
So
manipulated by
Right.
an external stimuli. That's for me.
You know what I like to do is I like to take the old Polaroids.
Yeah, there you
Mhm.
go. The old film stuff. Or
Yep.
I use a cat ball. I've gotten into using cat balls frequently
Yeah,
because they
cat balls
cannot
are
be
cool.
manipulated by the environment.
Nope, you're
So
right.
I don't know.
Absolutely. I'm all about going back old school because I think today that people like we have, and I know I'm going to get backlash on this one, but I know we have the new generation of, they want to call themselves ghost hunters,
Yeah.
and that's
Mhm.
fine. I call people that are in this field to find out the truth investigators. I do not call them ghost hunters.
Hmm.
I'm never going to run into your house looking for Casper. I'm just
Right.
not going to do
Right.
it.
In
You
fact,
know,
they give you every
it's a waste of
rational
my time. It's a
explanation.
waste of your time. Not doing it.
Right.
I could go to a theme park and have more fun. Okay.
For sure.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
So
You got to look at every single avenue and exhaust every
right,
single possibility before you go that way. And the people
right.
who do it the opposite way that's thrill seekers, and
Yeah.
they're bullshitting themselves, and unfortunately they're bullshitting their clients who they're
Right.
allegedly there to help. So
Right. And
yeah.
that's the saddest thing of all. I mean, if you're in this field to help people, great. Yeah, be an investigator, go all in. But if you're in this field just for the jump effects,
Yeah.
you know
It's
what?
not
Go to a haunted house.
Or to
right.
promote yourself.
Right. That drives me
I
crazy. Yeah.
I like promoting the field. I don't feel like I have a job. I have a full-time job. It
Yeah.
pays pretty well. I don't need to make money off of other people. I had I had this guy that I used to know. I still know him. I don't associate with him much anymore. He wanted to ultimately charge people money to go into their houses and investigate for his expertise. I'm like, dude, you have no experience
Right.
going into people's houses. You have
Lord.
no experience investigating the paranormal. You have up until last week. You didn't believe any of this shit was real, dude. So I mean, what are you really charging somebody for? My time,
Right.
my efforts. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I
Yeah,
can't.
I stopped doing TV shows. I've had my own show, Thicker Than Blood.
Yep.
I've done many, many TV shows, and I stopped doing them just because I felt that they were promoting the wrong thing.
Like what?
I just felt like nowadays, in order for TV to get the views, which they need to keep going,
Hmm.
um, they have to give that jump effect. They have to give that, oh my
Absolutely.
gosh, did you see that? You know?
Right.
Absolutely. Dude, run.
And so at that point, you're taking out the actual investigation to put in jump scares. I'm not about it.
Hmm.
Right.
I'm just not about it. The facts are the facts, plain and simple. If I go into a place and we catch something, we're going to investigate even further. If I go into the place and there's nothing, I'm going to tell you there's nothing.
Right.
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 I'm not going to tell you
Right.
there's this and this, whether it be a proclaimed haunted house, a famous proclaimed haunted house,
Or
whether it be an asylum,
the fucking D
whatever.
word, dude. The fucking, excuse my French, the D word. Don't ever say, like, why would you go into somebody's house and they're like, there are demons here?
Oh Lord, yeah.
What you doing to somebody, just like emotionally and mentally? Like, just
Right.
shut up. Just be quiet.
I mean, and
Mhm.
I love it. I love those people that think everything's a demon.
Oh,
The dog coughs up a piece of dog food and it's a demon. You
it's a
know,
demon. Look
Right.
at dude. It's shaped
I'm
like
like,
it's got
really,
horns, dude. It's a demon. Yeah, no.
really, yeah. It's not that the dog choked on dog food. It's a
Oh,
demon.
Right.
silly people and their silly delusions for
I
sure.
mean, it's just like, wow, are you serious? And I think that's why. I mean, I only do it very, very seldom now, and it has to be a case that has proven fact. And I'm actually setting up, and I don't ever charge people to go to any of these because I
Hmm.
figure the more investigators you have, the more eyes you have on an investigation,
Yes,
the better off
Mhm.
you are. Because what I miss, you might pick up. What you miss, I might pick up.
for sure. 100%.
So
100%.
there's a place out here in Georgia called Lake Lanier.
Ooh.
If you get a chance, look it up. It's fascinating. what it was an all African American city.
Okay.
Okay. Now the KKK came through and decided they didn't want it there, so they killed everybody and took over the town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
well, the military decided that was not cool,
Okay.
so they came in
More death. Yep. Okay, go on. All right.
and flooded the whole town,
Mm-hmm.
with people still in it, mind you.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
Lord.
Houses, everything is still at the bottom.
Jesus.
I mean, everything that was there when they flooded it is still there.
Yeah, that's we get that here in Rhode Island. It's called the Citrus Reservoir. Go on.
So what it is people have, I mean, and it's not one account, and it's not 1 year, it's year over year over year, dating back to like the 70s.
Yep.
Wow.
That people have seen and heard just things that cannot be explained.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I'm diving deeper. I'm still going through the history of the place, so I don't know all the history.
Okay.
I do know that people just go by the waterside and end up disappearing. Never to
Wow.
be found again.
Yep.
Over and over and over and over.
That energy is still trapped under that water for sure, right?
Correct.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so what I'm trying to do is I want to get investigators. I do not want, if you're gonna come and be just a thrill seeker, don't come.
Right.
Right.
Just don't bother, because you're gonna impede my investigation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're gonna impede true investigators' investigation, and we're not gonna get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just gonna
So
dragging stuff out. Just
yeah, just
Waste
if
of time.
you're gonna call it, if you're gonna call everything a demon, don't come.
Don't even come. Don't even bother.
Just don't bother contacting me. Yeah.
Right.
But this is a place that doesn't just have one or two stories behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's years upon years upon years upon years. So I'm setting that up now. And like I said, people are going to have to bring their own tents and rent their own cabins.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm starting to set that up to where it's actually a full-on investigation, but I need more investigators because this place is so vast
Ooh.
that there's no way one team could get through this place within a year. I mean, it's
That's
that
awesome.
big.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
So that's
big
what I'm
area.
setting up now.
So you're in Georgia, London?
I'm in Georgia right now.
Nice. One of the top of my bucket list right now is Savannah.
Oh, I love
I
Savannah.
my aunt went down there and she's like, "You gotta go to the Sorrel Weed House. There's all this awful stuff. People get scratched in the basement. I'm like, let's go. I'm down."
Yeah,
Right.
I'm there. Where do we
Uh,
leave, man?
Have you investigated Savannah? Have you done anything in Savannah
I
paranormally?
have not. I haven't been able to investigate in the last year. And what happened was, I actually had my stomach explode.
Ooh, that
Oh,
sucks.
wow.
How did that happen?
Ooh, I've
Goody
heard that
powders.
hurt.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
So I had been taken out for about a year. I'm just now getting back to being able to be back in the lab and working
Mhm.
my forensics into the paranormal and getting back out there.
Mhm.
Just because I went from 129 pounds down to 69 pounds.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
So
a hell of a diet program.
it's taken me over a year to get back to where I am.
Oh,
Right.
So anybody out there taking goody powders, throw them in the trash. Just
Good.
get rid of
Oh,
them. Just get rid of them.
I
sucks.
remember those.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, there's documents of people's kidneys exploding. I mean, it's a horrible thing.
Yes,
Hmm.
a lot of
Um,
that people put in their bodies. I had a friend who drank too many rock stars, and he had to have like 3/4 of his like intestines removed. I mean, granted, he
right.
lost a ton of weight, and it looks great now. But dude, yeah, that's I don't want to do all that for.
No, it's not worth
That's
it.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm getting back, and I love Savannah. I truly, truly love Savannah.
Mhm. Yeah. Awesome
But
city.
like there's places out there, people that have been in the paranormal field from when Taps and us ran
Yeah.
to like Starvation Heights, for one. They still have not recovered all the bodies from Starvation Heights.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's another fascinating one.
That's pretty
But
cool. I've Recently, London. I've traveled to the south. Friend of mine is he's in the army. He's stationed in D.C. right now, so he gives me
Okay.
the opportunity to shoot down to Virginia, see all the battlefields. Over Christmas time, I shot down in South Carolina. Love South Carolina, beautiful
Yep.
state. Charleston, we did Charleston. Me and my aunt, we went in the Charleston jail.
Oh, I love that place.
Whole lot of it, right? So this woman, right? They told us this story, and then I looked her up, and like I still got her picture here. She was a serial killer.
Yep.
Her and her husband killed like travelers, and they wouldn't hang a married couple, so they wouldn't murder her because she was a wife. So they hung the husband first. They're like, hey, you're just a widow now, and then they hung her too. But they like tortured the shit out of these people. Just
Well, not only
horrible
that,
conditions and
she wore her wedding dress on the way to her hanging, hoping somebody would propose to her.
oh yeah, and get her out of the gallows, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it was Charleston. I used to live on Isle of Palms.
Oh, nice.
And I'll tell you, I love Charleston. I've been to that jail a couple times. I love that place.
My first time to the jail, I've been to the city of Charleston 3 times now. I'm in love. It's the history, the culture, the spirit in the city. You can feel it. It's definitely, the energy is definitely there.
Did you get to see the bubblegum pole?
No, I didn't. I didn't get that. I didn't get that far.
That is awesome.
Too bad.
I mean, everybody in the world comes by, chews bubblegum, and throws it on this one pole. It's like, why? I don't know, but
we did the aircraft carrier, which was like kind of eerie in the lower decks. It's just like weird. The jail.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do that one. Yeah.
But the whole city just captures you because that's what the American Civil War started, like right there in some.
Now, Hart Island, I'll tell you what, Hart Island, before they closed it down and, but Typhoon Mary was on Hart Island.
Who was that?
Typhoon Mary.
Oh, yeah, okay, yep.
On Hart Island. And for you that don't know the Hart Island story, I highly suggest you look it up. But it was absolutely just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, these old school places that nowadays people don't even hear about. They don't know anything about them. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I'm so interested in Lake Lanier, is because so many people don't know anything about Lake Lanier.
Mm-hmm.
And just the history behind it is astronomical. I mean,
yep.
It's like, wow, are you serious right now?
Wait, we had that in Rhode Island. They like I said, they decided they were going to build a water supply in Western Rhode Island for Providence, the capital city, and they dammed like 3 rivers, and they flooded 5 villages. And they kicked all these people off that land. People that were there for generations and generations. They emptied graveyards. They tore down churches. They left some buildings standing, and then they flooded the whole area, and they made it like probably like 90, 100 feet deep reservoir. Reservoir. Some of the best.
See, my husband's from Brentwood, Long Island.
Oh, okay, yep.
So he's a strong island boy.
Nice.
But yeah, I just, I wish that we could get back to investigators, and I'm saying investigators, not the ghost hunters.
Right.
The investigators could get back, because nowadays everybody's, I want the TV show. I'm this. I'm the best. I'm that. You know what? We need to get out of that state of mind.
Yes.
Right.
Because once we're out of that state of mind and we work with other actual investigators, it's going to get solved a lot more. I tell people all the time, it does not matter if this is your first year in the paranormal or, like me, your 30th. You know what I mean? I'm dating myself at this point.
Right.
But, it could be the first year person that breaks this field wide open.
For sure. Yeah, there's no expert in the paranormal, boys and girls.
No, because
you can be doing this for your entire life. You're not an expert.
No. I've been doing this 40 years, and I still am clueless.
Yeah.
Okay, I get surprised every time I go out.
For sure. Oh yeah. I always say that every time. I never really get bored with it because not necessarily every single investigation, but almost there's always something that captures your interest. Like, oh, I wonder why that happened like that. Oh, I wonder why this is. Or I wonder why I felt that way suddenly for no reason. Or I wonder why the REM pod, which we put on the other side of the field, and we walked across the field and went to the other side, just started going off suddenly by itself in the middle of the woods. I just like shit like this that it will always draw me back in. It will always pull me back in. I love this
Right.
stuff. It never gets old. Jai, before we wrap up, you got any final questions you want to ask London?
I just want to know, how can people reach you if they want to get a copy of your books or find out more information?
Best way to reach me right now is Facebook. Like I said, I've been on a year hiatus,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
just due to medical conditions. And I am
FBI,
posting
FBI. I'm sorry. What is it on Facebook?
FPI. It stands for Forensic Paranormal Investigation.
Not ghost hunting investigation. Yep.
FBI.
So, best way to get a hold of me is through Facebook.
Okay.
And I am definitely planning to like linear. It's going to take me a couple months to do this.
Mhm.
And like I said, there's, of course, you got to bring your own food, your own tent, your own cat, whatever,
Yeah.
you know. But I don't believe in charging, and I don't believe in charging because of the fact that, first off, none of us own the location.
Right.
Right.
Second off, none of us are experts.
No.
And third
Right.
off, like I said, it could be the first year team that breaks this wide open. We
True.
don't know.
Right.
True.
So I'm setting that up as we're speaking, actually.
Nice.
Okay.
So, and I am going to get back into the laboratory. It's just taken me a while to do so.
Okay.
Well,
Sounds good.
life's a journey, lady. So, like, definitely enjoy it and take your time and get back to it. But I love this stuff. I love talking about all this stuff with anybody I can because it's a shared passion for sure. So, you've been on these television shows, London. Where can people see these shows that you've been on? Is it on the YouTube?
Netflix. What is the other one?
Discovery Plus.
Discovery. Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Good to know. Good to know. Coming up next week, ladies and gentlemen, you stay with us, and next Tuesday here on the Ghost, we welcome from the absolute other side of the planet, the folks from Australian Paranormal are going to join us here live on the Ghost and the Goat. I think they'll be like a day ahead of us. I think that's how it works over in Australia. I am excited to see how people investigate the paranormal in Australia. It's like blows my mind how we do things the same and so different sometimes. When it comes to investigating the paranormal. This Thursday we would normally be doing Three Dudes Brews the Last Call, but we're not because we are taping at with Shades On Brewing. Not that most of you paranormal people know what that is. It's a local brewery here in Rhode Island, and then we'll be recording episode 15 on Thursday evening and 16, oh boy, on Friday morning at 10 a.m. at Tragmar Brewing in Bristol, Rhode Island. Do go ahead, look on Eventbrite. The Mark Ambrose Bingo tickets are on sale. Get your tickets, get your bingo cards today. Donate to a really good cause. Mark is a lovely guy. He just has a shitty selection of hats.
Is that the brewery? That's the Three Dudes Brewery, right? They have that chocolate vanilla beer.
We're not a brewery. I'd love to be a brewery. We're Three Dudes Brews. So we do two podcasts of sorts. One of them is pre-recorded at different breweries with different brewers, and we pick the brains of brewers about insight, craft, culture, everything that goes into their beers, their story, everything. And then we do a live podcast every other week with a local beer enthusiast. We just sit around and bullshit about beer. We're doing this great charity, and we're trying to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House, and that's basically
that
what
is awesome. I think that everybody out there should at least get one bingo card. At least
one bingo card. Just one. It's like $12, guys. Eventbrite.com. Mark Ambrose Bingo. Mark Ambrose Bingo. Right there. Check it out,
I know
guys.
I'll be getting mine.
I appreciate you, London. Just make sure if you just donate and just say donation in the note, or I want my tickets. I'm coming around and we're drinking beers, buddy. And Chance, I'd love to. For our lovely guest tonight, which we couldn't see her, but it was a pleasure. London Night, author, paranormal investigator, godmother of the bastard child of the paranormal and the forensic science. Poor Jai, my lovely and awesome co-host. This has been Buddy Thayer. You guys are finally seeing my face, and it's the end of the show. Until next week, guys, have a good week. Peace out. Go not. Oh, I can't say go Dolphins. I can't even say go not Patriots. Go Red Sox. We'll sign on Saturday. Peace out, guys. Have a good week.